guy has all the sick add-ons. All right, today's topic, overlanding gear tier list. What do you actually need? Overlanding is a fancy word for car camping. So the first thing you're gonna need is a car, any car. Most people who overland camp at a campground, and most of those are on paved roads, sometimes dirt roads, so any normal vehicle could navigate that. Here's our campground and Joshua tree, rooftop tent. One of the most spectacular overlanding mods, rooftop tent. I'm giving it an F. So this guy walks into Four Wheel Parts and they ask him, how many sick add-ons would you like? He said, yes. I do like how rooftop tents look. If we're going on a tier list of looks, rooftop tent is an S tier. But here's the thing, they're really expensive. And what if you're sleeping on your roof and you have to use the bathroom and you forget you're sleeping on your roof, you open up your tent, you walk out and fall. That could lead to injury and or death. Unless your vehicle is tiny, you could set camp up in your vehicle. My favorite sick add-on, the cute little ladder on 4Runners. I love the tiny, cute little ladder on this thing. To get to your rooftop tent, you're gonna need a ladder. And most overland rigs with sick add-ons on them have a ladder. This one's tough. I don't know if I should give it a B or a C. I'll go ahead and give it a C. I was tempted to give ladders a B, since it's a must-have to look cool. And if you have a taller vehicle like this, you actually need your ladder to access the rooftop tent or roof storage. I don't have any roof storage, my storage is right there. These ladders are cute on something like a 4Runner or a Jimny. All you have to do is step on the bumper on one of those and you could access everything on the roof. My ladder is just to look cool. I'll bungee cord trash bags off of it. So no rooftop storage on mine. My storage is right there, storage box. Outside storage, I'm gonna give it a D tier. Here's how much space I have in my rig. So depending on the size of your rig, the importance of outside storage will be greater. For me, it's a D tier. And when camping, it's all about what do you actually need. For me, having a bigger vehicle, I just take more stuff. So I actually do use my storage box a lot. So here's another staple of overlanding, recovery boards. Recovery boards gets the A tier. Yeah, woo! The mod most people want when getting into overlanding is a lift kit. It's probably gonna be the most expensive thing you buy. So do you need a lift kit when you're upping the difficulty in the terrain you want to explore? I'm placing lift kits in the B tier. This is my second van build. My first van build was lifted. The first thing I wanted for this van was a lift kit. And if we're going with looks, S tier. Practicality, lift kits are B tier. This van is basically a F-Series pickup with a van body on frame. Not as much ground clearance as off-road SUVs and trucks, but these are just fine stock. You could get to a lot of places stock. Now when we're talking about 4Runners, Suburbans, Tacomas, Wranglers, heavy duty pickups, 3500s, 350s, They're also fine stock. You could get a lot of places stock. In fact, here's my stock Geo Tracker. It's a tiny truck with no lift kit, and I could do most terrain with it. If you want to up the difficulty in your overlanding, your exploring, you're gonna need tire deflators. If you intend on upping the difficulty beyond state parks, tire deflators, A tier. You have to air your tires back up when you hit normal roads, so you need an air compressor to complement your tire deflators. Air compressor is actually going to get a higher ranking than tire deflators. Gets an S. Why an S rank for an air compressor? Because it's something you could use every day, not just for overlanding. When I get a flat tire, I like to use tire plug kits. I don't like changing out the tire. This is safer and faster. When you're venturing beyond state parks, it's all about the recovery gear. Shovel's a good one. Shovel's getting B tier. High lift jack. These do come in handy in certain situations, and it's another staple of overlanding rigs. They look good being displayed on your rig. Tempted to give it a C, but the times I did need it, I really needed it, so I'm going to go ahead and give high lift a B. A mod that's potentially affordable for an overlanding rig is off-road lights. I got a light bar for my off-road lights and some cheap Amazon brackets. $12 right here, universal hood brackets. Off-road lights, giving them a C tier. Most people don't like driving at night. I like driving at night. So when I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm at a place with no street signs, I use my off-road lights. But it's a mod that could be fairly inexpensive. It looks cool. So I'll stick with C tier with off-road lights. All you need to overland, car camp, is a vehicle. Technically, all you have to do is sit in your seat and recline it and sleep in that. Me personally, I want something a little better. So I have a Mainstays futon sofa bed from Walmart. My bed's getting an A tier. I'm doing this tier list in my van, running it off my electricity. I have a power box right there, connected to a solar panel. And my TV and laptop are running off my main solar system. You don't need electricity to camp, but it's a nice luxury to have. I'm gonna give it a B tier. 12-volt fridge. It's nice to have, but surprisingly, something I don't really use. Some people are just fine with the cooler. It's cool having a fridge when you actually use it, but I barely use mine. Give it D tier. Beach overlanding. This guy has all kinds of sick add-ons. He has the little fuel tanks. Cute. Don't have it. Don't need it. Probably will never get it. Not even to look cool. F tier for fuel tanks. I want to snorkel. I like driving through puddles. I see guys with lifted trucks avoid this puddle. I don't. He went through it. How about big boy? Big boy went around it. He's gonna go around it, of course. How about van life? And I go through it, van life? Nope. Went through a puddle just fine. You can too. But it really does look cool. So D tier for snorkel. I don't have a winch. I intend on getting one, and I'm gonna mount it with a front mount tow hitch, which I have, but haven't installed yet. My goal is to master what I can and can't do with my van. Been stuck several times, never needed a winch. I'm getting one to look cool. Put it in C tier. I think this whole overlanding thing is a fad. All this stuff hanging off your vehicle. I have a feeling someday people are gonna go for the cleaner look. And when that happens, I'm still gonna have stuff hanging off of my vehicle. I like it, it's fun. It's a little goofy, but I like it. Here's something I've used 4 times. Awning. I'm putting my awning in the D tier. I feel like I should move snorkel to the C tier since it looks cool. I decided to put the snorkel in C tier. Stock tire size for this van, 245 75 16. I actually ran my van with tiny tires with the lift kit for a year because the tires were still good, and for what I do with this van, they were fine. But I eventually went with bigger tires. These are 285 75 16s. I want to get 285 75 17, so my van will be lifted just a little bit higher. For what the average person does, bigger tires are going in the B tier. This video is a guide to what you need to overland. Not a guide to what will make you look the coolest or what you want, but what you need. And all you need is a vehicle. Most people will go to a campground, and most campgrounds are easily accessed through normal roads or dirt roads with no clearance obstacles, so a normal car will be just fine. The next thing is actually wanting to go out, and some campground bathrooms are disgusting, and that's gonna make some people not want to do this. So the last thing on the list that's gonna be an S tier, spoiler alert, is a bucket. So I have a normal shovel now, but before I got a normal shovel, I had this right here. Cute little shovel that broke in one use. So you know what I used to dig when I got stuck and broke my shovel? A bucket. And here's another good thing about a bucket. You could use it as a bathroom. Put a bag in there, bring some cat litter, you got yourself a bathroom. I did a lifted van meet last month. We all went camping, overlanding, lived out of our vans for a couple of days. And one of my buddies with a significant other said having a bucket was a game changer. Simple bucket. It's gonna go to the S tier. Last thing on the list, a bucket, and it's going to S tier. Here's my tier list. Let me know if you agree or disagree. This video's for fun. Sick add-ons. Sick add-ons. Sick add-on. Sick add-ons. Sick add-on. No sick add-ons. Overlanding, car camping, it's fun. Have fun with this. Build up something that you're proud of. Hang off as many sick add-ons as you want off your vehicle. Make it as ridiculous as possible. Or maybe some people are all about the minimalistic look and you don't want nothing hanging off your vehicle because you don't need all that stuff. But for people like me, I want as much stuff hanging off my vehicle as possible. I think it looks cool, and when this is no longer a fad, I'm still gonna roll like this. Still have to put bigger tires and a winch, and maybe I'll think of something else. Maybe I will put a rooftop tent on my rig just to look cool. That's a Well-Tec right there. That's an Action Van suspension coming down next. Nice variety here. DIY 4x4 right there. That's Action Van suspension behind him, Larry. That's the man right there. He's carrying our firewood. That's Larry right there. And we got Slick Rick, another Action Van. Oh, it's all Action Vans right now. I got the Well-Tec in the back. Slick Rick. We got Ryan. Light bars and ladders. Right there. Yeah, buddy. He's got the Action Van Ultimate kit. This is Larry's van from Action Van Suspension. The OG in the industry, hang out with us. The cool thing about Larry is he could get his company to build him a 12-inch lifted 4x4 conversion, and he's running a modest van build, no sick add-ons, just a light bar there. He's running a limited slip, bowl for moto. There you go, Action Van suspension with Fox 2.0s. You look at the inside, very simple, nothing extravagant. It's like he's one of us. So really cool he came out here. Also answering some questions here for people wanting a lift kit. And there he is right there. Say hi, Larry. Hey, what's up? And there's Moto. Checking out all the vans here. It's mine right there. Good morning from Anza Borrego. Just woke up. There's Stefan's van and there's Don's van. Get up here right now. Old school van life technology. Everyone's running the diesel heater. I'm still rolling with the Buddy. Fonts Point. In lifted vans.